to break down KOO Tigers win.
Thank you, gentlemen, and we have ourselves a series, finally. And before we get into anything, I feel like we just have to rewatch this 5-for-1 craziness that happens at the beginning of the game. Now, bear with us. The Ashe spectator bug is still going to be in this, so please ignore it as we go.
Yeah, as we see here, it just starts off with this little bit of the skirmish. KOO makes a little bit of a dangerous play, but Pulverize is already down. And then Hojin going to come in and start to clean up this fight. And Faker goes a little bit too deep, and Mother Faker, you can't act like you forgot about Prey. Comes over the wall, takes the kill in the end, and that's going to be the end of that team fight.
Yeah, for me, just two
Not yet! Yeah, it's not the end of that team
two
fight.
very big mistakes here, both failing the combo, and then SKT still continuing with the play. You could bail there, you could sacrifice your support. Alistair did get changed, so it's really hard to land that combo consistently well. But the fact that here at the end, two more SKT members like, well, our team is dying, we're team players, let's just walk in and die too. That for me is the most confusing part of it.
That's the discussion that we had about the sunk cost fallacy and con men. People continuing, you talked about SKT actually being good at trying to make something happen out of a losing situation, but that is a situation where it all went down the drain. Because this was KOO Tigers' Hail Mary. This was everything on this game. Everyone go full offensive champion, screw sight zones, everybody just try and get as many kills as you can.
SKT on your screens here. After their first loss at Worlds, and as you mentioned, Monty, they were 17-0 coming into the day, 19-0 before this loss. I mean, that's got to be quite a blow, taking your first loss in a long time.
And here's the question now, do we see some of these other picks start to come out? We know that SK Telecom is a lot more prep. They played back-to-back game of Lulu, Alistair, trying to basically snowball around their bot lane, and with the Rumble all 3 games too. So we'll see some new stuff, I think.
I think it's very easy for Koma to tell the guys, say, these are the moments where it went wrong. And even though SKT got far behind, and yes, KOO played fantastic and made some nice picks, the fact that they managed to keep the game this close with that big of a goal disparity, for me, is still, it is just bonkers. It's just nuts. It should not be allowed to happen. You should not be able to keep a game this close with that large of a lead at the World Finals.
That being said, SKT's early game has gotten worse and worse and worse each consecutive game.
Faker needs to stop greeting. Like, he may be the best player in the world, but he could have flashed out of at least 2 deaths and then later flashed into a wall. Like, there's a frame when a Thresh goes in and flash flays you for a hook. There's a frame where you can flash out of there. Holding your flash there is just ultimate disrespect, and you should never die there.
Well, to your point, though, about Koma, the coach, being able to right the ship to a degree, though, there's an element of this is the first punch SKT has taken, so the players are the boxer here who have finally got hit after throwing 19 consecutive punches that have landed. Koma can only do so much to shake them out of the actual physical pain of being hit for the first time in a while.
Let me tell you about a little something we have in North America called the reverse sweep. We're very experienced with it.
I don't know anything about reverse sweeps in Koreans at all, no.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't. No memories of reverse sweeps there, right, Crapo?
Only best of 3s where we won, right?
But yeah, I mean, SK Telecom, they started out their careers, their first Champions win was a reverse sweep against the KT Bullets. So, and you know what's funny is that you bring that up. It was actually in a sort of similar style to this. When they fell behind the KT Bullets macro game, losing the first 2 games, they came back with pick compositions and just tried to outplay and outskirmish their opponents. And that's what really turned the series back in SKT's favor. So Faker's been here before.
Yeah, I want to jump back into this series, though, as we only have so much time left. All the way back to Champions Select. We've gotten some of the craziness out of the way. We had said so much about how KOO needs to return to what is comfortable for them. If it's your last game, possible last game on the stage, what do you fall back onto? And I want to point specifically to Gorilla, the guy you pointed out, Kobe, on that Thresh.
I mean, that's what he said. He was like, side zone, forget about side zone. Mobility boots, going to continue to make plays, and he did just that. So many great flash plays. Maybe they should have been flashed out of, but
he made the perfect play, right? He did everything he needed to do. Lantern and flash, carry people forward, flash flaying. It's at that point that the play can still get countered, but he did everything right there.
And he had the hooks landing basically around minions.
He was like curving
through.
the boot, the bullet,
And then the other player that I want to hit, though, has to be Hojin, because, again, when we look at people on the team, we had said Smeb, Gorilla, those are going to be the 2 guys. But Hojin here, getting those early 5 kills, all eyes were on him. Could he make something of it? And I want to jump into our replay here. 27 minutes into the game, in the mid lane. He comes up huge with a kick.
Yeah, just that was the game-changing, like, not the game-changing, that was just the snowball of that fight here. But overall, I'm still questioning the 5 kills on Lee Sin, and then
he maybe shouldn't have taken the 5 kills.
But what he does here, yeah, that kick, that was fantastic. That's fantastic. The 3-man here, especially since Lee Sin got changed and you get actually more value from kicking people, especially tanks, into other players here. That just bought enough time for Kuro to come in, and then that tower stayed alive a very long time too, dealing damage. And honestly, it looked like SKT was turning it around at this point, so that was a fight-changing kick at least.
Yeah, even in that fight, there were many moments where SKT had great plays, but KOO were able to snowball.
I mean, after that fight, too, we actually saw a couple examples of SKT coming out on top. We saw that push for the mid-inhib. If it weren't for Smem's outplay in the bot lane 1v2, that would have been a huge
People
loss.
were starting to get worried. They were up 10,000 gold. Like, oh, okay.
It got a little rocky, but Hojin, we criticized him a lot about falling behind in the jungle early. And one thing about the KOO Tigers, their first big streak in Korea came with him playing more aggressive junglers. Cinderhulk really threw this team for a loop for a while. And I think that the changes to the jungle and the disable on Gragas has really helped Hojin, because now he can go back to that Lee Sin. It's becoming a more viable option again, and he's certainly demonstrated what we've always known, which is that he's a great Lee Sin player.
Well, I don't know about you guys, but I need a breather after that game. The KOO Tigers have kept the series alive with that win. We'll see if they can build on that win in Game 4, coming your way in just a few minutes. Stay with us.
KOO now trying to hang on to their World Championship hopes. It's working out perfectly, distributing the kills, nice. Bang trying to come in now. A huge I think I can situation from SKT to pick up. The spell shield is on, he does not get crowd control. That's the grand challenge on Bangi. Thrust, parry, and he gets the kill. Bang wants to go a little too deep, gets hit by the turret. Oh, Faker over the wall! A shutdown, that's huge gold for Faker coming in from Hojin. This is gonna be Marin going down as well as he's too far from home. Over the wall, Bang's gonna go down now. We're going to a Game 4.